Hey everyone, and welcome to our 1.19 Minecraft Let's Play. As with most things on this channel, we're going to be very build-focused with a medieval or fairycore aesthetic, and our goals for this series are to build or upgrade a whole bunch of villages and to hopefully defeat the Ender Dragon, since I've never actually done that yet. So our goal for this episode is to get our starter house built and plan out some of the layout for the first village. Firstly though, I want to build a bridge so it's a little bit easier for me to transport materials from this house where we've kind of stored everything over to the island where we're going to be building. So we've gotten the main structure built, and right now I'm going to plant a whole bunch of trees so we can harvest the leaves and use them for decoration. I think it's really cool how one moss block can turn into so much floral overgrowth and really decorate an area pretty quickly. I use a lot of this to kind of decorate the shores, just to add some variation and interesting things to look at. I didn't want to go too crazy on this arch, but I do use both acacia, flowering acacia, and oak leaves just to kind of give a little bit of variety and make it really pretty to look at. I realized I'd been talking about this island a lot, but never actually gave you guys a good visual, so this is where we're going to be building. I plan to mostly keep the buildings to the part that's already been cleared out, and a little bit across the river. I think it would look really cool to have a village that's built over like a bridge system. So I was just about to start planning our layout when I saw a couple of wolves and decided that we needed to get ourselves a couple dogs. Here's our horse, by the way. For now, I will be building her a nice stable attached to our house a little bit later, and we'll be naming her at the end of this episode. So I already tamed one of the wolves, and the second one was over here earlier. There he is. Cute, they're twins. Okay, so we're back on track, and I've been working on terraforming. I really want to add a lot of different levels to this area so it looks really nice and kind of really supports the landscape of our village. So from up here, you can kind of see what I've been thinking. That's pretty much the layout that I want to go with, trying to give it nice sort of curves around the edge and make it kind of a funky shape. I do plan on adding quite a few levels here. Over on this side, I've been working out on planning out our pathway, and then the area underneath the oak tree, I'm probably going to do either a community park or possibly farms. Then the other cleared out space will end up being like a large enchanting area. And yeah, so I've been working on our pathway in the same style as the bridge. This village palette is going to end up using a lot of stone, deep slate, and acacia materials. The wall design, by the way, isn't super functional. Because of the full blocks, you can kind of just jump straight over it, so I'm assuming mobs can as well, but I just really love how it looks. So I'm using a mix of deep slate, cobbled deep slate, and deep slate bricks. I'll also be adding in some deep slate stairs to kind of add some texture to the pathways. So let's take a look at what we've done so far. I also use slabs to kind of create a gentle slope going up and down the different heights of the path. So I built a lot of the pathway, and I didn't mean to let this moss grow here. Typically I like to add in a lot of greenery to our paths or kind of stick to more the grass paths themselves, but I want this one to feel a bit more structured than usual, so I'm not going to let too much of this kind of poke through. So here's that hill's progress so far. I think it's at about 4 levels right now. I'll probably add at least one more, and I also raised some of the areas over to the left. I want to have kind of like a gentle sloping area with multiple levels. I also planned out a little bit more of our pathway around this hill. Eventually, I do plan on adding like a huge bridge over here to the other shore and a big castle on this large hill itself, so that'll kind of act as like the main entryway to the keep. Over here I also put in a small pond. I plan to add these kind of around our walls to add the sort of natural elements back in that I know that we like to have for Fairycore. Over here I made this small garden area. I did originally have it mixed with a whole bunch of different kinds of flowers, but having them all in a row like this with the same ones made my brain happier, so that's what we're going with for this one. Like I mentioned, over here I plan on doing a small community park or maybe even a farm. I'm probably going to leave that tree here because I like the larger oak trees, and I might add one of our bees' nests to it. And yeah, that's our planning in progress so far. After this, it's actually time to start building. So for the house, I wanted a medieval but Fairycore feel with a really amethyst focused palette. And with that being said, let's get into our build time lapse. And yeah, that's our house, guys. I really love this style of build. It's heavily inspired by Blue Nerd Minecraft, and I can't wait to see, like the whole village kind of come together with this. Here's what we have for the inside so far. I do have all of these spaces like completely planned out in a creative world, so in the next episode, we'll actually be focused on finishing the interior and probably venturing back into the nether because I want to put like a brewing area, so we'll need to go get some blaze rods. And yeah, that's pretty much it, but I do want to name our horse before we go. Let's grab these. Uh-oh, added too many leaves here. So I asked you guys to leave suggestions on the first episode about what we should name her, and we ended up getting Estella, which I think is really beautiful. I really love some of the views of this place. I think it came together really beautifully. And there we go, our Estella. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed our second episode. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.